Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Masters in Counseling Psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to share the astrology update for July 2021. Stay tuned to the end of the episode when I give my sun sign predictions for each sign. Welcome to the episode on the astrology of July 2021. Stay tuned to the end of the episode when I give my sun sign forecast for each sign. I will share the key dates and astrological activities during the month of July and then go back and give more details. I'm predicting a fun in the sun month in July 2021 as we recover from Mercury retrograde redux and ecliptic eruptions. Can you believe 2021 is halfway over already? Time really seems to have sped up as linear time and quantum time merge. July's fireworks include a passion play with Venus and Mars traveling together in the fiery sign of Leo, conjuncting on July 13th. Igniting sparks and fun all month long. Here are the key dates for July 2021. On July 1st, Mars in Leo opposes Saturn in Aquarius, and that will continue probably for about 4 to 5 days into July. We'll be feeling the fallout. July 3rd, Mars in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. Again, that will be felt for several days. It is exact on July 3rd. July 9th, we welcome a new moon in Cancer. July 13th, Mars and Venus conjunct in Leo. July 17th, the Sun in Cancer opposes Pluto in Capricorn. On July 23rd, we have a full moon with the Sun in Leo and Moon in Aquarius. And on July 27th, Mercury enters the sign Leo. Now that Mercury's wild retrograde ride is over and the summer eclipse cycle is behind us, the trauma and drama of June dissipates. We can relax and have some fun in the sun during July. There is still a mercurial Gemini hangover of distortions of reality based on your information sources in early July. Try to stay out of arguments, especially over who is right. In the beginning of July, when Mars in Leo opposes Saturn in Aquarius. Whatever you do, don't talk conspiracy theory, or you will get into a heated debate over what is really happening these days. On July 3rd, Mars in Leo squares Uranus in Taurus. So things will get very strange and weird synchronicities may pop up. Don't drive too fast. Be very vigilant when driving, as many will be distracted during this time. It coincides with the big July 4th holiday weekend in the United States, so people will be rushing around everywhere trying to make the most of their time off. Highways and byways and airways will be jam-packed with anxious and antsy travelers in this post-pandemic holiday spree. My advice is to chill out at home if you have the choice and avoid travel. I made a prediction in June that air travel would be dicey during the summer of 2021, especially in July. Right after I made that prediction, American Airlines announced that they are canceling about 80 flights a day. This was in the news, quote, American Airlines canceling hundreds of flights through mid-July. It's blaming the surge in travel demand, weather, and labor shortages. One of the reasons they cited for the cancellations is that they don't have enough pilots and crew who are trained for the new planes or retrained after coming off furlough during the pandemic. American Airlines is probably not the only airline dealing with these problems. I flew Southwest in June, and the last leg of my flight was randomly canceled when I arrived in the Baltimore airport. When I arrived, the monitor said it was on time, but by the time I got to the gate, about 10 minutes later, it had been canceled, and the last flight that was flying to Boston out that day was going to be 3 hours later, and boy, was it jam-packed. That's when I realized this was a precursor for travel delays all summer long. New moon in Cancer occurs on July 9th at 8:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The sun and moon are together in harmony with mystical Neptune in Pisces, making for nice love connections. The water element flows smoothly, reminding us to relax, release stress, and stop pushing agendas. If you have been working too hard and caught up in the feeding frenzy of Mercury going direct in Gemini after the retrograde cycle, Saturn in Aquarius opposing Mars and Venus in Leo, then it's time to take a time out to reassess. This new moon in Cancer trine Neptune in Pisces provides a chill time to take a break, nurture yourself, find comfort in the simple things, and cherish time with your family and loved ones. Trust your intuition and instincts. When we are not experiencing stress, we can let our intuitive senses guide us to the right direction where we can experience life in a more pleasurable and balanced way. This new moon occurs at 18 degrees Cancer with the sun and moon conjoined at that degree. According to the Sabian Symbol system of archetypal descriptions of the 360 degrees of the Zodiac, Cancer 18 degrees is, quote, a hen scratching the ground to find nourishment for her progeny, unquote. So the keynote here is the practical concern with everyday nourishment necessary to sustain one's outreaching activities. So by nourishment, not only is that what you take into your body as far as food and drink, but thoughts and entertainment, TV, internet. Be discriminating how much you're filling up yourself with distraction. What is at stake here is the fulfilling of life's responsibilities. And we can apply this everyday nourishment necessary to sustain one to the current time when the price of food is rising rapidly post-pandemic, and families are finding their grocery dollars aren't going as far as they did last year or earlier. Thus, the responsibility of going back to work to feed families is becoming more crucial, and we may see many more suffer from economic duress in meeting household financial responsibilities. On July 13th, Mars and Venus conjunct in fiery Leo, fanning the flames of passion and raising the love frequency. This hot combustion inspires romance and the desire for love connections. Get out of your head and into your heart and trust matters of your heart to see if there is a new clarity that emerges. If you are in a relationship, see if you can bring more heat back into your love life. If you're seeking a relationship, get very clear about what you desire, chant some love mantras, and open your heart to receive. I advise aham prema, aham prema, aham prema, aham prema, which translates to I am divine love. It covers all bases in the love arena, including self-love, loving relationships, and divine love. On July 17th, power-hungry Pluto in Capricorn opposes soothing Sun in Cancer. We might see the news being more full of violence or governments infringing on the rights of people. On a personal level, this is a good time to feel the fear and do it anyway. How can you break out of the matrix and live a life that is fulfilling for you without fear and despite what you hear on the news? Full moon with the sun in Leo and moon in Aquarius occurs on July 23rd. This is the first of 2 Aquarius full moons in the summer of 2021. The other one will occur on August 22nd. This July 23rd full moon in Aquarius lights up the first degrees of the sign Aquarius, and the August 22nd full moon in Aquarius closes out the last degrees of the sign of the water bearer. We are at a crossroads, closing one chapter of collective experience while a new era unfolds. We are straddling the past and the future, and the outcomes depend on the collective consciousness evolving enough to escape the thraldom and enslavement of old programs. The Gemini eclipses of late May and early June certainly highlighted the split in consciousness among people. We see the sheeple consciousness, believing everything they hear on the media, perhaps buying into fear, and proceeding without questioning truth or seeing through the illusions and programs perpetuated by the power elite. Leo rules those in power, the leaders, and those who rule the masses, while Aquarius rules the people, groups, especially those of like-minded focus, who can rise up to challenge the power elite and create a new reality for the future of planet Earth, instead of letting the old order continue to hold on with their outworn plans and programs. This July 23rd full moon in Aquarius is sandwiched between Saturn in Aquarius and Pluto in Capricorn, emphasizing the theme of old structures gasping to stay in place, but rapidly fading while new paradigms seep into society. One area that I have been able to observe new paradigms parading in is through the cryptocurrency community. I believe that cryptocurrency is Aquarian or Uranian ruled, meaning it's a future-based technology that is bringing a new paradigm of currency to the planet. Cryptocurrency has an impact on redistributing wealth and perhaps taking it out of the hands of the power elite and distributing it among individuals who want to use it to benefit more than themselves. I have been privileged and honored to do readings for many individuals who are involved in cryptocurrency and have noticed an awareness among them that is certainly forward-thinking, expansive, and cognizant of new energies blasting into the planet. Many want to make their crypto gains to help others, including their families, others less fortunate, and to create conscious communities and bring sustainable lifestyles to the planet. Quite the Aquarian concept. This full moon occurs at 1 degree Aquarius. The Sabian symbol for 1 degree Aquarius is, quote, an old adobe mission in California. The keynote of this Sabian symbol is the power inherent in all great human works to endure far beyond the workers' lifespans. The works and spirit of the Spanish priest who directed the building of the California missions have had a lasting influence on the development of this land. These remain as a monument to the men who were able to make their mark upon this alien environment. Aquarius at its start presents a more spiritualized and idealistic or creative picture of the social forces at work. Moreover, it stresses the enduring character of human achievements ensouled by a great vision. That information comes from Dane Rudall, who was an astrologer who wrote the book on Sabian symbols. It also means, according to Dane Rudall, the concretization of an ideal, which basically means the actualization of a plan for the future. This also implies to immortalization of an individual within a great collective and cultural enterprise. The Leo Love Fest continues in late July when Mercury enters Leo on July 27th, joining the Sun and Mars in the fiery flames. July provides the fuel for fireworks, fun, and festivities all month long under Leo's luminescence. And here's the part of the episode you've been waiting for. Sun sign forecast for July 2021. Let's start with the birthday kids, Cancer. Cancer sun sign, your solar return really kicks off on the July 9th new moon in Cancer, so get your house in order. This is a great time to celebrate and seed intentions for your upcoming solar year, so get really clear. Focus on making your life more comfortable. That includes making improvements to your home, moving or finding a new place to live, and creating a sanctuary within your living space. The world is your oyster now, Cancerian crab. Relax and soak in peaceful pools of water, the ocean, or lakes to soothe your soul. Calm your Cancerian quintessence. Cool down to counter the heat of the fire conjunctions of Mars and Venus in Leo and the Leo equinox during the end of July. Your lucky days, Cancer, are July 8th, 9th, and 10th. Leo, you're getting ready to rock and roll as you finish up the end of your solar return, the karmic month when the sun is transiting through Cancer. Make sure you complete those tasks and goals you set for yourself since July of 2020. The planets provide a big boost and boon, igniting at the Venus-Mars conjunction on July 13th, fanning the flames of fun, fantasy, and frolic, and throwing in some passion. So, if you are searching for a new relationship or to enkindle an existing one, this is your time, Leo, to raise your love vibrations. Your lucky days are July 11th and 12th. Virgo. Leo planets light up your house of karma, resolving relationships and tying up loose ends before new beginnings blossom in late August. Continue to expand and bring in those things in your life that bring you joy and pleasure. Also, hard work can pay off now. Mars is in your 12th house of unfinished business, so this indicates taking care of pesky health issues before you turn another year older. Be careful with your energy, don't overexert, and don't let anger boil up. Uranus in your travel house is urging you to take some much-needed vacation to get away from it all. You'll want to start your solar year off right in late August and early September, so take the opportunity to recharge your battery. Your lucky days, Virgo, are July 13th and 14th. Libra, you might be getting some guidance about new potentials with Venus, Mars, Sun, and Mercury in Leo traveling through your house of future and gains. Your money house is boosted by Uranus, giving some much-needed influx and perhaps delivering unexpected funds. Libra tends toward giving rather than receiving, but this is your time during the summer of 2021 to receive from others. Keep your Libran balance intact. I think I tell you that all the time, and the other theme that continues from the previous month is blasts from the past can come into your life this summer, Libra, thanks to Saturn retrograding and aspecting your sun. Venus visits your sign, comes home to Libra on August 16th and after that, so love and money may find you. Your lucky days are July 15th, 16th, and 17th. Scorpio. Aftermath of the summer eclipses open portals to more money and big love in the coming months, courtesy of Uranus, bringing in surprise sources of funds as it opposes your sun. Uranus aspects, whether they're oppositions, squares, conjunctions, tend to bring in surprises, and actually, I think they're pretty positive. Early July may find Scorpio agitated, irritated, and out of sorts due to squares from Mars and Venus in Leo and a opposition from Uranus. Don't let your fluctuating moods spoil your summer fun. Chill out, Scorpio, and go with the flow. Be flexible and don't freak out if your plans are changed or others are acting erratic. Neptune in your romance house may inspire a summer fling. Retreats in the water and by the water will benefit you. Plan to visit the lake, beach, pool in early July to cool off from the challenging aspects to your sun. Your lucky days, Scorpio, are July 18th and 19th. Sagittarius. Pace yourself, Sag. Lots of action with 4 planets in Leo trining your sun and lighting up your life. New potentials and opportunities pop up. Fun in the sun and romantic getaways are possible. Uranus transits your health house, so be vigilant in taking care of symptoms as they arise. Don't let any potential health issues brew in the background. Stay cool and keep out of the heat. Relax by the water to balance the influx of fire. Your lucky days, Sag, are July 20th and 21st. Capricorn. Take a break in early July with Pluto going retrograde and the sun in Cancer opposing your natal sun. All work and no play has made life tedious for Capricorn, so lighten up and go out to play. Plutonian energies push for even more transformation this summer, so enjoy the ride. Retrograde outer planets keep you processing deep-rooted subconscious patterns. Uranus and Taurus may bring some unexpected money and luck. Your lucky days, Capricorn, July 22nd and 23rd, on the full moon in July. You go, Capricorn. Aquarius. Mars, Venus, Sun, and Mercury in Leo during July pose polarities to your Aquarian sun, forcing you to bring your life into balance. Mars opposing Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus is kicking your cosmic butt. Some days you are the Energizer Bunny with chi to spare, and other days you are hitting the wall. Try to flow with the ups and downs of this martial mania and gauge your energy accordingly. Aquarius, always ahead of the collective consciousness, may be activating their light bodies and experimenting with fifth dimensional realities. You've been doing that for a while now, Aquarius, but it gets really amped up during the summer because of the 2 Aquarian full moons on July 23rd and August 22nd. You won't know if you're coming or going. And are you in the 3rd dimensional reality, the 5th dimensional, the 7th, the 6th? You're going to be bridging the galactic dimensions as well. This process of integrating higher frequencies into the body and the physical plane can be challenging. Sometimes it's exhausting being a pioneer of new paradigms. Uranian energy squaring your sun keeps amping up your frequency in wild ways. Your lucky days, Aquarius, are July 24th and 25th. Pisces, your sensitivities are activated and you may want to get away from the hustle and bustle. Immersion in the water or floating on the water, on your body or in a boat are ideal escapes for Pisces this summer. Make sure you find plenty of time to immerse yourself in healing waters. You are feeling you can finally relax and embrace your emotions in a balanced way. Your spiritual connection to Source is being fine-tuned, and you can help catalyze other people to their transformative path. You are dissolving obstacles to your happiness, and your intuition is heightened. Your lucky days, Pisces, are July 26th and 27th. Aries, Leo planets and fire sign trines Aries, lighting fires of creative output outpouring and triggering new potentials. Take this summer to integrate and even maybe launch your new plans. You will find extra energy to get things done this summer and also squeeze in some big fun. Seeking soothing repose by an ocean or lake close to home will be a nice balance to your busy summer schedule. Jupiter moving back into Aquarius after July 28th provides transformation resources and helping hands to keep Aries plans on task. Your lucky days, Aries. I guess you have some really good karma this month because you have 5 of them. July 1st, July 2nd, July 28th, 29th, and 30th. Taurus. It's a free-for-all with Uranus in Taurus, squaring Saturn in Aquarius, and squaring Mars, Venus, Sun, and Mercury in Leo. A very active time for all fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Big changes are at hand for Taurus, coming in from many directions after the aftermath of the eclipse energies and the Uranian influx in your sign. Staying in your comfort zone may be an ongoing challenge. Try something new and you will be glad you did by late August. What you are planting in your life now will reap some positive outcomes. If you can receive criticism with humility, you will grow and become a better person. Try to relax your worries about money and your future. Focus instead on cleaning house both externally and internally and get ready. Your lucky days are July 3rd, July 4th, and July 21st, Taurus. Gemini. Gemini is still feeling major fallout from the eclipses in May and June. Not to be a Debbie Downer, Gemini, but unexpected crisis or other worries may pop up. Mars will be turning up the volume and you will become a busy bee, constantly humming around here and there this summer. Stay balanced. Take your foot off the acceleration pedal and learn how to relax into your inner self. Connect within and find the answers. This will help when new choices confront you in the coming months. You need to recoup and regroup this summer before things kick into high gear again in late September when the sun goes into Libra. You may feel like you just came out of a blender and you need to pick up some pieces of your life. Take some time to do just that. Your lucky days, Gemini, are July 6th and 7th. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cosmic Scene with the July 2021 Astro Update. Remember to download this episode and all episodes of Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. Subscribe, give us a 5-star review, share it with your friends, turn them on to the hottest cosmic podcast out there in the ethers. This is Cosmic Scene signing off, sending you healing planetary vibrations through the quantum field.